Hello students, standard 6th. In chemistry we are starting the revision of chapter number 4. Sorting materials into groups. So now the first question arises that what are the materials? We know that when we look around, we see so many objects, and all of them are of different variety. If you think first about your food or your clothes, in that also so much varieties are there. Not only those two things, but all the different objects around us, everywhere, like the furniture, books, clothes, vehicles, cooking utensils, bottles, stones, etc., etc., etc. If you look among them, then you will see that not all the objects are same. They have different shapes, different colors, different uses, different textures. So they have variety of appearance and so on. So now we can see that some are round in the shape, some of them can have the rectangle. They are made up of glass, plastics, and others. Some objects are edible, means we can eat them. Others are not edible, means we cannot eat them. So there are different types of materials, objects actually are there. Now, these all objects around us are made of materials. So, what is the material? The matter from which objects, all objects around us are made is called material. For example, plastic, it's a material. Wood, it's a material. And so on. So whatever the things, matter from which the objects are made are known as a material. Now, a material can be used to make different items also. For example, if you take plastic, from plastic we can make chair, table, bottles, containers for the storage, and so many other things. Means one material can be used to make different objects, and maybe the given object is made up of either a single material or it can be made from different materials also. For example, if you look at your furniture, it is not only made from the wood, but there are some iron nails also inside. Handles can be of the aluminium, and so on. It means that the objects can be made from one single material, or it can be made from more than one materials also. So a given material could be used to make a large number of objects. it is also possible that an object could be made from a single material or from many different types of materials. For example, this scale is made of the single material, aluminium. But this board, this whiteboard is not made from the single material. Maybe the plastic is used, the aluminium sections are used for the border, iron nails may be used to fix them with the screw, and so on. So the objects can be made from a single material, or it can be made from different types of matters or the materials. Now, it means that all the objects are made of either one or more than one materials. The glass, metals, plastics, wood, cotton, paper, mud, soil, these all are known as material because they are used to make different objects. Paper is used to make paper bags or the boxes from the cardboard, etc. So, these are all known as the materials. Now, if you collect different objects, then they are different type of matters: chalk, pencil, notebook, rubber, duster, a hammer, a nail, soap, etc., etc., etc. Now, if we separate them, for example, the objects made of the paper, objects made from the wood, and so on. So here we can divide them into two groups: made of the paper, made of the wood or plastic, etc., etc. Similarly, we can separate the materials according to use for preparing food, not using for preparing food. And objects can be like, as I told you, they are made from which material, plastic, metal, etc., etc. So now, why we need to classify them means sorting out. So, materials should be used for different purposes. Now, how do we sort out the materials into groups? Because sometimes we need to sort out materials for our convenience, so that we can find out them easily or use them when we need it. Now, the materials can be sorted out according to their different properties. Properties of the materials. So, different materials can be used according to their properties. So, we choose a material to make an object depending on its properties and the purpose for their usage. So, different materials have different properties, and we have to choose a perfect material according to our usage or according to its material, the properties of that material. Now, if you make a tumbler to keep the water or the milk, From what is it made from? Either from the metal or from plastic. Why don't we make a tumbler from a cloth? It is also a material. Then why don't we use cloth to make a tumbler? Because you know that cloth having small pores inside, as shown in this figure. If you put water or milk, then will it be remaining inside? You can see that it will fall down. So, the plastic or the metal tumbler must be used so that that milk or any liquid can stay inside. And therefore, we have to use metal or plastic to make the tumbler, and we cannot use the cloth for that. Similarly, for the cooking vessels also you can understand that thing. Cooking materials, cooking vessels cannot be made from the paper-like materials like cardboard, because they can be burned, and how can we cook them? So generally the cooking utensils are made up of the metals. So it is important to choose a proper material according to its purpose. So now there are some properties of materials according to which we can sort out them in the group. There can be different type of opposite properties used to separate them, sorting out them. The first property we are going to talk about is the appearance. Means how do they look? So generally materials look different from each other. For example, if you take this metallic strip, if you take this marker pen, if you take the duster, you can see that this material, this is the wooden material, this is the plastic material. Do they look same in appearance? Even we can use this paper. So all these four materials look different from each other. It means their appearance is different from each other. Similarly, if you take different metals also, like aluminium, iron, gold, then from the appearance you can identify them. So that is called the appearance. So materials usually look different from each other. Wood look very different from iron. Gold appears different from iron. And so other things are also. If you take copper, aluminium, iron, gold, all the metals also look different from each other. Now, if we collect some materials or the different objects like paper, cardboard, wood, copper wire, aluminium sheet, chalk, etc. Some of them have shiny lusters, while others are not shiny, they look dull. For example, the metals like copper, aluminium, they have shiny luster, but other like wood, coal, plastic, cardboard, they don't appear shiny. So you can separate them as a shiny and dull material. And also the sign or luster is only can be seen in some metals. Also, if you talk about the metals, they are hard also, and so on. So now, other thing we talk about is the hardness. If you collect some materials like a metallic key and try to scratch on it, take materials like a iron metal, try to scratch on it. Take a piece of stone, try to scratch on it. Take a candle, try to scratch on it. Take a piece of iron or any metals. So collect different, you can use your soap also. So you will notice that some of them are such that we can scratch them easily, or we can compress them also little, and they are not so hard. So here we can classify them, sorting out in hard materials and soft materials. So materials which can be compressed or scratched easily are called soft materials. So you know that cloth is also a little soft, but wood is hard material. Soap can be scratched easily, so it is a soft material. But a plastic soap case, it is little hard material. So what is hard? Materials which are difficult to compress are called hard materials. If you take an iron nail, wooden piece, etc., a stone, then that all materials are the hard material. So in appearance, materials can have different properties, as I told you: luster, hardness, roughness, smoothness, etc. So appearance is also an important property by which we can sort out the different materials. There are some other properties also, but that we will talk in next session. So here we are going to finish today's session, which will be followed by the PDF, and any problem, confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.